the next act that's coming up. But in the meantime, Joe, how have you been this week?
Great.
Good to hear, good to hear. Please come to the stage, Robot. Coming up after Joe, we got a group that's still in class. We got the Comedy School Dropouts coming up after Joe. Let's give it a nice, big, warm welcome. Joe, everyone.
Hello, my name is Joe Nay, or if you've already had 3 or more drinks, hi, I'm John Goodman. Thank you very much for that introduction, Zach, but next time, if you could, credit me with the Gotham Comedy Club in New York and the Laugh Factory in LA, because I have visited both of those.
You got it, Joe.
Website pages. If I had to hire a host for a comedy show, I'm pretty sure Zach would be the very last person I would call, because my contact list is alphabetical. You guys have got me a little bit paranoid up here. I'm on an improv stage. We have a host who has a name and the facial hair of a pirate, and we have an actual robot walking around here. I'm looking around to see when that ninja is going to jump out at me. And by ninja, I mean Johnny Cabrera. Speaking of Johnny, he's back in the bar there. He told me to tell you a drink special for the next 10 minutes only. He will not spit in your cup. Have you noticed how the Gramps set up back there looks like the Lucy Therapy booth from the Peanuts comic strip? Yeah, I mean, I think if you have a bad scene and get a mercy edit up here, you can head back there, give him a nickel, and he'll tell you what you did wrong. You didn't ground your scene, blockhead. When I first... When I first got into comedy, my results were inconclusive. I wasn't able to see if there was a reaction from the audience. My very first joke was about Malaysian Flight 370, and to this day, I still don't know if it landed. After one of my shows, a woman came up to me and said, "Look, I have a friend that would like your comedy, and I'd like to set you up, but first I have a few qualifying questions. Do you have a steady job?" "Yes, I do." "Do you have a clean criminal history?" I said, "Yes, I do." "Are you gay?" "No, I'm not." "Well, that's okay. Stefan isn't picky. He'll take 2 out of 3. I would have thought that last one would have been a deal breaker, but I'm glad it wasn't, because we've been on some fabulous dates. I was at a cocktail party. A woman I didn't even know came over to me and started rubbing my big belly. She asked if it worked like rubbing the belly of a Buddha statue where she could make a wish. I told her I would be much more likely to grant her wish if she rubbed lower. Because my feet were really hurting me. I went to a Taco Bell 3 times in a row, go up to the drive-thru window, and they tell me to back up and pull up again. It was so annoying, so I found out why they do that. This is a true story. They do it to reset the clock so that it looks like they're serving the customers faster. So the next time I went up there, they asked me to back up again. I said, "Wait a minute, I know what you're doing. You're asking me to reset the clock. how about a free taco for the effort? She said, no, our computer doesn't believe that one person could have ordered all this amount of food. We need to make you look like 2 cars. Now back your fat ass up. So when I did, I changed my order to a salad. A lot of people are trying to eat healthier these days. The trend is to go to those healthy grocery store chains like Whole Foods. Not me. My idea of Whole Foods are Lifesavers donuts and Swiss cheese. Because they have holes in them. I have to work on that one. That was the first time I ever used that. I was at the playground watching my 3 granddaughters when I called out to them saying it was time to go. They said, no, Grandpa, please, just one more. Well, they were already halfway up the slide, and I know my daughter told me to be strict with them, but I let them slide. As their grandfather, to keep them safe, I have to keep up with the terminology from the younger generation. For example, I just learned recently that even though it sounds very much the same, that on fleek and on flacca are 2 very different things. I had a great job right out of school. I was a software developer. Then I got a supervisory position. Now I'm trying to be a comic. Seems like I'm on the Benjamin Button career path. If you guys don't laugh at me tonight, you'll see me next week holding a villain sign out on 2nd Avenue. And then at the very end, I'll hit rock bottom and become a BYOT host. Thank you very much.